like pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my shit. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goaded. Me, I'm the one goaded. Me, I'm the one goaded. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goaded. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm God like, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you, disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, me back. Yeah, buddy, if he get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause can't name that got me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goaded. Me, I'm the one goaded. Me, I'm the one goaded. Me, I'm the one goaded. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goaded. 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 I got it.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland.
Okay.
Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started.
And off we go from Cleveland.
Oh, and there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
I thought you were better. You win. What's going on, man?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So, I declined that shit. I thought you read it when you hit red. My bad.
First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Watson.
I do.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. Elijah Moore. And touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, 88 yards. And the Browns march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Damn. Well, I'm going to be in Dallas anyway. Okay.
I call that precision like, hey. Shoot him out, shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the
God,
hey. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, A. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20-some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billy.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Dak going to put it up right away. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Prescott.
Cool.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Pierre Strong on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
Watson going to throw right away. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Backs to the open man, it's Tillman. He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Watson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
To the air again. Watson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Tillman, the man in motion. On fourth down, Watson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Throwing again is Watson. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, kill! 47! Under.
The Browns are going to use the first of their timeouts here. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. Prescott again. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. Still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, they get the running back out of of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Out in front, it is 10-8. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. Watson's going to throw here on 3rd and 1. That one on target to Moore. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. Tillman, the man in motion. 3rd and 2, and it's Watson. That's caught by Ford. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Watson. That is caught. And he's in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Makes the score Browns 15, Cowboys 10. Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Browns.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 38-yard line. On the play fake, Dak going up top. He's got it! And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll go back to Ford on 1st down. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Watson now on 3rd down. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Micah Parsons.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Dowdle. This one down inside the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a timeout in Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Prescott. No chance at all. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, here's Dak. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. To throw is Dak. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. 3rd and long. Play action now. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Off play action, here's Watson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, his quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Third and a yard. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run with Dowdle. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's got another one. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Tillman, the man in motion. Quick throw here is complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Watson. A throw caught by Judy on the outside. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Again, it's Watson.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Watson. This throw left is complete with Judy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Back to throw is Watson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free pressure coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fourth down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Cooks going in motion. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He'll let one go down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and
in trouble, and down he goes. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down. Prescott now.
Oh, yeah, I kind of throw it good to it.
Ready, set. Flag 2. Here we go, set.
To throw is Lance. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Cooks going in motion. They'll throw now, 3rd and forever. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. This one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Watson to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he will score. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. They'll go for 2 as Watson brings the Browns to the line.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he is into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Tillman, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd down is one. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Micah Parsons.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They face second down and 7. Now Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Here's Dak to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the...
And he will score again. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys are going to open up the lead to 8. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's Watson out of the pistol. Working across the field. He's going to find more. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
Now first down throw for Watson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Pass to the open man. It's Tillman. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Tillman, the man in motion. Here's Watson now on second down. He'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Again, it's Watson.
so often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And it will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he'll take it on in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw is Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Browns.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On 3rd down, Prescott.
Stupid.
And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Here's a 2nd and 9. Prescott now. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down. Vaughn. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
They'll run here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground.
No!
And he's not going to outrun the defense. They push him back out of bounds. A loss of a couple.
Really nice job here by the defense, just continuing to string this play out towards the sideline. The running back, you can tell, he's looking for somewhere to stick his foot in the ground and get north. There was nowhere for him to go except run out of bounds.
They'll run. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Cowboys. He'll keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Vaughn. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone?
Man!
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
You done? You done or you on the way?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.
We had them goddamn. So we had them gang. Okay. Jeez.
Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Holly up already wanna quit. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was.
And the thing. The thing.
I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Kansas City. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson, first play, going to throw. A short throw caught by Irish. Down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Here's Jackson. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. 2nd and 9. Jackson now. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Look, there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Yep. You right. Why did I play with Dallas? Lamb, CD Lamb, yeah, CD Lamb, yeah. I was playing Alabama playing here. Now, the way college here, oh, yeah. I just watch some college and play ball right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
What Merrill went to, man? Alabama quarterback. Go, Alabama quarterback. Jalen Merrill.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
What team did he go to?
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Murder,
scramble there, gets him 6.
You know what team he went to?
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. 2nd and 4. He'll get out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 26-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chains, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with field position at the 41-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. So after the INT, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Chiefs 7.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Well, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Back to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that. Now,
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Hill. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, it's a run with Ali. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Second down and 6 now. Play action. Now Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Again, it's Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. He's to the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. Play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Ravens hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively?
Yeah.
I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Tucker's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Henry again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
When you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mahomes going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 34.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Line it up.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
And that one too high and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now it's Jackson.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And they'll run again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. It's caught at the 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the tuck and run. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And the Ravens are going to get the football.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, bitches like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like he drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averick told me I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm done. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag.